In one of my previous videos, I once talked about the boulder, Sisyphus boulder. We should all think, imagine that he is happy, and we should also find our own boulders that we will choose regardless of it keep betraying or not having the kind of results that we're expecting to get from it. And as much as it's how good it sounds, like, oh, it'll be really great, to finally get find the boulder, find this one thing that I can stick to, that I can actually go all out in, and just keep on going regardless of, not improving, clearly seeing the proofs, or things that just make you question about whether or not you should keep on going or not. Should I give up? Is it actually time that I finally, let it go in my life? My bad. My life, and just try to find another boulder of my life. And I personally don't really think that, like, so lots of friends of mine's, yeah, lots of friends of mine's who are graduating this year have recently told me that, like, they just don't know what to do after graduating the university, after getting the diploma, like whether or not they should get a job immediately, or find somewhere to work for a couple of years, and, like, get to start their own career, and then try to apply to a bigger company, stuffs like that. And one of my friends, like, the thing that made me question about these things is because a friend of mine who told me, like, I seriously just don't know, like, what am I even supposed to be doing. And he said, like, I once thought that I would get an answer to this kind of question once I graduate my university, when he was in freshman, when he had to kind of, he chose to study in the university instead of going to, going for a job instead, because he felt like he didn't know what to do at that moment, and he still hasn't figured out, like, what he wants to do, whether, like, he uses, I mean, whether to use his diploma and what he learned in university. I mean, obviously he will, but, like, he doesn't really want to, he doesn't want to go to, like, 9 5 job, climb the how do we say, the career ladder, do we call it? And I like I just feel like there's no such thing as a job that you can enjoy, in my opinion. Like, a job, I don't know, like, it's something that you have to do, like, you have to put yourself, like, you have pressure going on. I simply think that there's not, like, if you can enjoy something, and even if it's something that you genuinely enjoy and it becomes your job, you will lose the interest immediately. That's how I see it. So even if, like, let's say you enjoy playing video games, or you enjoy what, even like this little thing, simple things, once it you have to, like, once your brain kind of has to put yourself, like, force yourself to do it every single day, or like once a week, and it becomes kind of a work, I mean, actual job, then I think, like, you cannot enjoy that thing. So, and obviously, I'm not saying, like, you should just go and do whatever, whatever makes you the most money as possible. Since, if, at the end of the day, if you cannot enjoy your job, then it's just the best to get the most money out of it while not enjoying it. But that also really isn't the kind of answer. Like, that's also that I think that these kind of answers are just getting half of the knowledge. Like, oh, you should never give up, that's also giving half of the things that actually matter. Or you, like, telling people this this short and fancy, cool sounding quotes that really don't work in our real lives. Like, you cannot really apply them in your life in different situations, because of how complex our real life is. So at the end, obviously, like, I don't have kind of like resolute, like, how do I say, like, solid answers to this. But I kind of feel like, if you cannot enjoy, and you, like, at the end of the day, you have to find your own boulder, then obviously, like, you have to try different things. But I think it's the best to kind of like put yourself somewhere you can sustain your life like by yourself, like, individually, not relying on your parents' money, or not relying on other people. Not because that's the right thing to do, but because like that's, I think, the best way to learn about this world, by living off, like living yourself, living alone, and learning more about yourself, and like getting to know more about yourself, like what do I actually want, what do I enjoy, and what are the things that I enjoy, like what are the common things. Because I've been living by myself, mm, how do I say, like almost, say a year and a half, since I was in Mexico, Monterrey. And I just feel like I kind of found this pattern about the things like I enjoy doing. So for example, I used to love playing piano when I was little, but I realized, so I love I enjoy playing piano. Enjoy drawing time by time. Not like actually I'm good at it, obviously not, but I just always liked doodling when I got bored. It kind of became a part, like a habit of mine. So when, even right now, like when I'm, even like nowadays, like when I'm kind of bored, or during the break time that I have while I'm studying, I would just like draw some things, just Google up the character that I want to draw, even if like it looks really bad. But like, I don't know, like I always like the drawing, and I love playing piano. So I'm like thinking, I love literatures, and I love this kind of like reading and fantasy worlds, like imagining stuffs, like we did. Like my kind of people, I think, people who are similar with me, have this kind of world in their document, Google document. I used to write a lot when I was in junior high. No, actually high school. I started writing when I was in junior high, and high school, and I always had this like one world in, like, throughout my life since I was in elementary school. Like I always made my own world with the characters that I love. Like from, let's say, like started off with the Clash of Clans, the first game, mobile game, or video game that I really got into, using my dad's phone. Obviously, I didn't have my phone back then, so like I used to have these worlds, and I love literature, I love reading, I love, so like I'm thinking, maybe computer science really not is my way, because every single time I study, although I study like at least 6 hours every single day, it's not like I enjoy doing. Obviously, you cannot enjoy, but I'm thinking like, like imagine I'm writing. Imagine writing's my job, my work. I can, I think I can write like every single, like, how do I say? I feel like I'll be a lot healthier, and I can constantly talk about my own job, my own work, and I can constantly be kind of enthralled into my work, and about like subtopics. Like I want to learn more about it than computer science, than the coding works, and like the thing, literally like the knowledge, or like, how do I say, studies that I'm doing right now. Because outside of those 6 hours or 7 hours, I literally just don't care a single thing about computer science at all, or AI data science, because that's the major that I'm trying to get into. And I'm thinking like, I see this pattern, and like I feel like maybe, or like I'm also being aware of me, like whether or not I'm just trying to run away from this thing because it's kind of difficult. It really, like, maybe I'm thinking too much because I'm doing something that I do not enjoy, because that's what we do. When you do something, when you're doing something you enjoy, you really literally don't think. Like we think after after we do it. So, and when we are doing something that we don't enjoy, that we want to avoid, then we start questioning, and like questioning literally everything about that thing, so that we find an answer, like kind of logical, rational answer, to tell ourselves that, okay, because of this reason, I cannot continue doing this. I know that, so maybe it's that, very likely, but still, I'm just I'm just trying my best to keep this to like one side of me that I really enjoy, like this kind of activities that I really enjoy, and this thing that I think is a lot safer for me, for my future, to sustain my life, like together, work, developing both at the same time, so that I don't regret in the future. Like, because I still feel like, think that if I give up on studying this data science, let's say, let's just say coding in general, for the better understanding, then I feel like I would regret this in the future. Not because it was the right way, but more like I feel like I am running away. I don't think I can confidently say that I reached the end. I tried my best, and I realized that this is not my way. I don't think I'm anywhere close to that level. So I'm just trying to push this boulder as far as possible, no matter what it gives me. But obviously, it's hard since it's not something that I really enjoy. But scratch that. Like, I mean, screw that. I'm just keep on going, because apparently, like, I really don't have anything else going on in my life. That's something that I realized the moment that the day the summer vacation started. I tried to binge watch a series that I really wanted to watch, the Bear, about the chef and family dynamic kind of thing, and I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't keep on watching, or like doing other things while not really studying my like doing something productive, what I call productive. Like, I didn't feel like I was living the right way. I i also kind of ruined my sleep schedule on purpose. I wanted to kind of feel like, oh, like my vacation started. I just want to like feel the freedom. And I just realized it really is not freedom. Like, freedom's what I feel like, the freedom and limitation goes together. Like, just have to find the perfect spot where you can limit yourself, and give the like slight slice of bread, you know give you like some treatments, not treatment, like treats, I would say, after long work. And I feel like that's the kind of freedom that I really enjoy. So I really loved it. Like, the experience that I could have, so that I can kind of tell, okay, I need to work. I mean, I need to like study. I need to do what I feel, so that I can feel better about myself. More like, it's not because it's the right answer. It's the right way to go. So yeah, as of now, I feel I'm just gonna keep on doing that. And again, like, there's no actual like solid answer, like an actual answer to this. And any of you who's going through the same situation, I'm sure not many people get the kind of privilege that I have. I always felt like I'm the one who has lots of privilege and lots of things in advantage. Like, I'm not saying like I can have, a business. I just get, how do I say, like, handed over from my parents. Like, it's not really that, that privilege, but more like even when I was younger, like, I could travel. I mean, I could live in Mexico, Monterrey, for my past 10, 11 years, and learn two languages, which is huge. It's already a huge advantage, just in like many ways in your entire life, not just in job market. I'm talking, I could expand my worldview in many different ways that I don't think I would have been able to if I was just living in this country for my entire life. And like, just so many things I feel like I am so privileged of. Even my height, I know, like, it just sounds like bragging about some like this things that I have. But I'm not even that tall, but like, I'm considered tall, in especially where I'm living in right now, even in Mexico, I would say. So I don't know, like, I always felt like I could be so much more than what I am, and I'm just trying my best to reach that version of myself. Same goes for morality and beliefs. which I'm not really trying to think a lot about lately, since it just makes me feel like it just makes me paralyzed. More like I just cannot think about those things for long enough, because it's I feel like I'm not I don't think I'm smart enough to utilize the knowledge that I have, or even I'm not even sure if I know them, if I digested the all the knowledge that I think I know and learned from the books that I read and lots of research, you know. So yeah, that really is it. Lately, I'm actually tomorrow I'm leaving this city. I'm heading to my granny's place because my parents are coming back, visiting, the family, me and my brother as well. My brother's in military service, and he's also coming out, kind of getting a vacation kind of thing, like after like 3 to 4 days out of the camp, of the unit, and we're gonna have some kind of family reunion after like 8 months, So it'd be great. I bought some snacks, by the way. I used to love this one, even when I was younger, when I used to live in Korea. So it's like 11 years ago, and it still is the same price, which is crazy. Like, it's very mind blowing. Like, the cost of living here is infinitely cheaper than the States. I mean, compared to, if you compare to the States, then every single part of, like, the vast majority. I'm sure it's, except for like some countries that are so unique, like Switzerland, let's say, because Switzerland, I mean, like, who's actually like living there? I mean, no offense to Swiss. How do we say, Swiss or Switzerlandian? No, I don't think that's the way we call them, but people who are actually like residents. But like, you get my point. Like, it's expensive in, because of like so many factors. So, but anyways, yeah. Thank you for listening to this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with different background for the first time. Have a nice one, guys.